Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of BOS TV. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite product lines in the whole entire world of music production, Universal Audio. A little under a year ago, I picked up an Apollo Twin Quad audio interface, and the moment that I plugged my monitors into that card, I was blown away at the sound quality. There was an immediate improvement to my monitors simply jumping from one audio card to the next. Blown away. The bass was more full, the dynamics were punchier, the speaker was more clear. It was just a huge night and day difference. Now, not only do we get amazing audio quality coming from these audio cards, but one of the other obvious benefits is the whole plethora of incredible BST plugins that are in the Universal Audio ecosystem. As soon as I started using Universal Audio plugins, the quality was so obvious right away. Historically, I've been a bit of a plugin junkie, and I've dabbled across so many different software company lines. And honestly, I gotta say, now that I've used the system more, Universal Audio plugins are by far some of my favorites. I've got an Apollo Twin Quad behind me, so let's go check it out. Oh, hi mate, I borrowed it. No worries. No worries? Dude, this is like the 12th time you've stolen my gear. Well, bruv, they don't call me Sneaky Spencer for no reason. Dude, you gotta share the wealth, mate. You got like 3 UAD devices. Do you have any favorite plugins you tried? Oh, mate, I love that DBX 160 compressor. Shit makes your snares go BAM! I also love that Harrison 32 CEQ. Man, that thing is proper. I also love the BX Saturator, being able to saturate the mids and sides. So tight. Little bit of sizzle on the top end, a little bit of warmth on the bottom end. Totally, man. Yeah, those are my favorites too. Before we talk a little bit more about this device here and the plugins that are available once we invest into the Universal Audio ecosystem, got a quick few announcements to make on the Black Octopus front. We had some amazing packs launch recently. One of them is Televisor New Disco Dynamite 2, which is the second installment of that series from world-renowned indie dance new disco artist Televisor, who were made famous by their string of releases on the Monster Cat record label. We also have synth funk indie dance icon Shook, delivering his unique flavor of synthesizer magic with his set of amazing sounds in his new sample library, Shook Synth Funk, and it also comes with tons of MIDI material, so you can take your own synth sounds and leverage Shook's unique flavor of MIDI groove magic. We also just released Cappadocia by the Basement Freaks, which is a super unique collection of Middle Eastern instruments that, to be honest, a lot of these instruments I actually haven't seen in any other sample pack on the market, like the Turkish ney, for example. Like, I had to look it up when I first saw that these were included in the pack. Highly recommend checking out the demo. It's a unique pack that will give any producer an artistic flair and flavor that is uncommonly heard in other types of electronic dance music. And we also have a big announcement to make. Black Octopus Sound wants to give a super huge welcome to Gravitas Create. They're an incredible sample pack label that is a sister company of Gravitas Recordings, the iconic bass music label. And so they've added a whole bunch of amazing packs to our catalog, including the AU5 Free Fall sample pack, Raga Indian Instrument pack, a hybrid trap pack, a bass house pack, and there's more coming down the pipe. So keep an eye out on them. They have an amazing community with a network of world-renowned artists, and we couldn't be more stoked to have them on board. So Gravitas Create, welcome to the Black Octopus Network. Stoked to have you. And as for the plugins that Sneaky Spencer mentioned in the video, I love those plugins too. And so I'm going to take you into Ableton right now and show off some quick applications of these amazing plugins that can help anyone who uses them make a difference in their music right away. That DBX 160 compressor, an absolute weapon for snares. This compressor, above any compressor that I've ever used, can help producers get that iconic, hard-hitting snap that producers crave with their snare drums. The Harrison 32 EQ is absolutely phenomenal. I love the simple user interface. It doesn't really matter to me the look. What really matters is the sound that we get out of it. So listen to what it does to these drums here. One of my favorite applications of this EQ is when I have a vocal that I experience is maybe just a little bit too flat, that I need to give a little bit of color or a boost to really make its presence felt. Maybe I want to bring out some texture in the high end, or I want to beef up the low end a little bit. This EQ is absolutely phenomenal on vocals. I can't think of a single track that I have not used this EQ since I got it. The sound of this EQ is 100% where it's at for me. And the mid-side BX Saturator, I love this plugin for drums or bass. If we need to give our bass a little bit of high-end sizzle without overdoing it, this plugin is fantastic. Or maybe we'll want to warm up or add a little bit of weight to the low end, also fantastic. Honestly, there's so many applications for adding just a little bit of sizzle with a saturator to the side information, or a little bit of sizzle and bite or fullness to the mono information. It's just a weapon of a plugin that can be used on drums, bass, guitars, keys, vocals, even percussion. One more thing to acknowledge about the Universal Audio product line is to use the plugins, you need to have a UAD device of some sort. The reason being, these plugins don't use our CPU power to run them. They actually use internal processors that are built into their hardware. It does come with a bit of a premium price tag, but for any music producer who is a serious music producer, it's at least worth giving it a look if you can afford it. Thanks so much for watching this episode of BOS TV, and I'll see you in the next video.